Hi everybody, it's Laura from Green Tree, and today we're talking about sweet potatoes. I really love sweet potatoes. There's so many different ways you can make them and things that you can do with them. But before we get into that, I just want to give you another little announcement from the store. We are officially starting to take entries for the 2018 Fantasy Food Off, which I really enjoy doing. This is a lot of fun, and we've got a new theme this year. It's going to be dairy versus non-dairy to determine the ultimate creamy treat. We've got a whole bunch of great contenders here on both sides. Yes, woo indeed. Thanks, Chris. You can get these forms in the store. You can come down, or you can email us. You can email me specifically at laura@greentree.coop, and you could get forms sent to you that way. So you just have to have these turned in by by October 30th to get entered to win the full turkey or tofurkey dinner. Chris says it is a lot of fun, spoken as last year's champion. He was in fact the winner of the staff pool last year, because the staff does separately. We don't win the big dinner, but we compete against each other to see who picks the winner. So if you're interested in entering this, you've got until October 30th to come down, get a form, fill it out, and get entered. We're always curious to see what people pick as the winner, and then when we actually sample these in the store, what everybody's favorite really ends up being. So if you want to get entered, now's the time. All right, back to our topic of the day, sweet potatoes. First thing that I'm going to clear up, this is a question we actually get a lot, is the difference between a sweet potato and a yam. A lot of people use the term interchangeably, but they are in fact different. Yams are native to Africa and some varieties to Asia, and they tend to be really much bigger, I mean sometimes huge, small person-sized even, than a sweet potato, which tends to be more hand-sized. Yams are much starchier and denser. They're not sweet, and they have a heavy, thick skin compared to a sweet potato, which has a much thinner skin like a traditional potato. Yams are also related to lilies. They're a member of the lily family, whereas sweet potatoes, all types and varieties, are actually related to morning glories. Despite that, they are not poisonous, so we can enjoy them in a lot of different ways. Some of the different kinds, we typically carry two kinds of sweet potatoes at any given time, Japanese and garnet. So you can see the difference here if I hold this close. The Japanese, that's this one on this side, has kind of a deeper, more purple color to the skin, and the garnet has more of that typical reddish orange color that you're used to seeing. This one is the kind where you cut it open and it is orange inside. It's a yellowy orange, very sweet and smooth texture to the meat inside, and this is the one that you can substitute for things like pumpkin or squash in recipes and get a pretty similar result. The Japanese sweet potato, on the other hand, has a white center, and the interior of sweet potatoes actually comes everywhere from white to yellow to purple to orange. There's quite a variety there. But the Japanese are white inside, and their texture, I would describe it as being almost like a red potato. It's halfway between like a sweet potato and a regular potato in terms of the texture and the sweetness. It's not nearly as sweet as a garnet, but it is much sweeter than a regular potato. So those are the types we have in the store. Now, there are a lot of different ways you can eat sweet potatoes. Most people think about them as that kind of sweet casserole thing with the marshmallows on top, which, while it can be good, is not everybody's favorite dish. So today I made two different kinds of prepared sweet potatoes that you can get. I made, and I'm sorry I'm using the bag that we actually opened, but I didn't want to bring the frozen ones out here. So we made sweet potato fries and sweet potato puffs, which are basically tater tots but made with sweet potatoes. These are really great for dipping and seasoning, and I actually make a version of nachos where I make these fries, I toss them in taco seasoning, and then I bake them with some cheese and black beans and salsa on top, top them with a little bit of guacamole, and I call it nachos, but it's way more filling. You're getting more fiber, you're getting vitamin A, there's just a lot more nutrition available to you in a sweet potato than in a typical corn tortilla chip. So it's a really nice way to get those delicious flavors, but have it be justifiable as a dinner. So that's something that I like to do. And I'm actually going to show you these today with a spicy dipping sauce. because personally I think sweet potatoes go great in spicy and savory dishes. This is the sauce we're going to use. It's called Chipotle Bitchin' Sauce. So forgive me, that's really the name. You can see it there. Well, backwards you can see it there. But the nice thing about this is that sweet potatoes have this more delicate sweet flavor, and then they pair with this smoky, spicy, savory flavor in a way that's really amazing. Think of it as similar to the pairing between like the tomatoes and the molasses in a good barbecue sauce. You're getting that savory sweet combo, and it really ticks off a unique flavor box that I think is worth exploring. Some ways you can make them is to chop and roast them like you would with other veggies. You can bake a sweet potato the same way that you would do a regular baked potato. And then when you're done, take this guy, split it open across the top, and put all your usual baked potato toppings on there. Or go a little bit funkier and do maybe some guacamole, some salsa, and go a little bit more into the Mexican Southwest kind of flavor, and that works really well. It's a more interesting side dish, and you're gonna get more different vitamins and antioxidants than from a regular potato. Let's see, fries and tots. You can also put them in soup. Sweet potato soup is actually amazing. It gives a beautiful silky texture when pureed. They're a nice addition to stews as well. They fit well in frittatas or quiches. They pair well with eggs because, again, they have that smooth, somewhat silky texture that goes well with that kind of baked egg dish. Let's see. You can puree them and put them in your vegetable-based pizza crust to get a little bit of sweetness and softness when you're trying to do a gluten-free option. I have like a whole list here because I didn't want to forget to tell you guys anything. They are great in pancakes. It gives it kind of a pumpkin-y, desserty flavor. Pie is really good. You can put them in cookies. You can bake or boil and freeze them and put them into smoothies, and again get a really nice pumpkin flavor that way. They make good chips. You can put them into breakfast hash. I like to chop them up and put them in as a burrito filling. Again, it's like a nice smooth but kind of hearty thing that's still going to be vegetarian if you want to do that. They're good in spreads. Like any way that you would make a pumpkin spread, say with like a cream cheese or a sour cream where you wanted that sweet savory combo, you could use sweet potatoes. You can steam them, you can slice, marinate, and grill them. I like to do that combined with zucchinis, and that's a good combination. Let's see. Oh, you can even make them into burgers. So I don't know if you've ever tried making your own veggie burgers, but like a sweet potato black bean combo is actually really tasty. Even if you're not vegetarian, they make a great side dish or a great main dish. So my point is, sweet potatoes can be made into a million different things. And if you want to try a couple of these sweet savory combos, come on down. I'm going to be demoing this until 6 today. And if you have any questions about sweet potatoes or favorite ways to cook them, share them in the comments. If you've been in the store, you probably know that I really like them and I really like to talk about them, so I'd be happy to see what you have to say on the subject. So hi Anal, hi Betty, and I'm going to sign off now, so hopefully I'll see you in the store. Don't forget to get your fantasy food off form entered and filled out by October 30th so you can win the awesome dinner that we're giving away. And the 2 runners-up also get $25 gift cards. So there's actually 3 chances to win. So fill this out by October 30th. Come on down, we'll give you a copy right here. You can do it in the store. And I hope you guys have a great Tuesday. And then you make something with sweet potatoes. Bye guys.